What do you miss most about being a kid? Not having to pay bills. Were you a rebel? Yes. Did you get all your vaccines? Yes. Traen chinga. I literally sat there. The sun went down. Like, it was like 6, 7 p.m. and I'm still sitting there. ¿Eras cabrona de chiquita o calladita? By the way, my twin girls love you. What's up, guys? So today we're having baked mussels. These are the spicy mayo ones, and these are just a regular mayo. But I put a little sauce underneath. It has ponzu, soy sauce, like a little bit of sugar. It's like a little concoction that I make. I put it on before I put the mayo, so there's like some green onions in there and stuff. Yeah, I have some Tabasco, sriracha, and more ponzu in case I want it more like tangy. I'm drinking ice water because #health. I'm gonna put it over here. I posted on Instagram, ask me childhood questions, so let's see if they'll start to come in. I'm just gonna tell you a little bit about me first. I don't know if like you're interested in that, but I'm gonna have one of these and then I'll do that. Okay, so I grew up with my dad. He was a single parent of 4, which was me and my 3 brothers. What I've wanted to tell you guys about for a long time is my crazy stepmother. Like, she had a good heart and stuff, but she was a weirdo. Like, she just kind of was like evil, you know? Like, one time I went to eat like menudo or something, and she's like, no, that's for your dad and brothers, because it was bad. She like wanted them to get sick. She took me out to eat. Like, that's crazy. What else should she do? She would ask me where my dad's wallet was, and she'd be like, if you tell me where it is, I'll take you to the Hello Kitty store. To like Sanrio. You know what I mean? So I'd be like, okay. So my dad would tell me, like, Mija, I'm going to put this right here. Like, don't tell anybody. I'm like, okay. She would spend my dad's check before he even got out of work on a Friday. It was so sad. But like when you're 8, you don't know. You're just like, yeah, buy me stuff, you know? Like, she's cool, like, at a distance. Like, in theory, like, as a person, she's cool. But she crazy more than she's okay. You know what I mean? I've been loving Tabasco. It's kind of like a problem. Like, look at this thing. It's big as my face. It doesn't fit on my spice rack, which makes me sad, but whatever. Okay, here's a question from Instagram. What was your favorite place to go as a kid? Were you ever a picky eater? My grandma says that I was picky. She used to take me, because my grandma's like, you know, your like grandma that always wants to feed you. And I guess I wouldn't eat anything but like ham rolled up and pieces of cheese like cut up. So she said that. She took me to the doctors, and they're like, as long as she's eating something, she's not going to starve. She won't eat anything but that. So, but picky, like, as a kid, okay, my dad was single, so obviously whatever he made, that's all we ate. We literally ate like 3 or 4 different things. We ate Salisbury steak, you know, the family size banquet meals. He would buy the family size, and one of us had to make mashed potatoes, and then it was gravy and corn. The gravy comes with the Salisbury, and we would have cranberry, like jellied. So that was one meal. Another one was boiled chicken with barbecue sauce. Another one was, he'd call it SOS. It was shit on a shingle. It was the white cheddar shells with ground beef and corn. So those were like the 3 main things we ate. Besides like cereal and stuff. He actually wanted me to make a video like, I forgot what he called it, like single parent meals or something, like, because that's all he made us. Or like when he worked, would you eat whatever? We had like nannies here and there, so like when we had a nanny, she would like cook us like Mexican food because they were always like from Mexico. I had like 2 different tias that lived with us to take us to school and pick us up and do my hair and feed us and clean the house. But when he didn't work or whatever, it was just whatever he made. My favorite place to go as a kid? My dad would take me to Chuck E. Cheese all the time when I was little. And to go with my grandparents, I love to go to Acapulco or to TJ with them. Because they go every month to pick up like rents because they have houses over there. So I would be with my grandparents like for years and years, like all the time. Like I'd go to school on like weekends or summers, I'd be with them. What was your favorite subject in school? Like English, writing, like reading and writing, you know what I mean? What high school did you go to? I went to Workman High. It's in City of Industry. Like, it's not far from La Puente High. If you went to LP, you know who Workman is. If you went to West Covina High, you know where La Puente is. What's one thing you feared while being a child? This is intense, okay? My stepmom would always call the cops on my dad any chance she got. Like, so one time, like, they took him for like a hot minute. And I remember he bought me like a stuffed animal that played like music or something. And I used to play it crying and crying because I didn't know when my dad was going to come back. Like, he didn't even do anything, you know? This one time, but... So my fear was that because I always just had my dad and I was like the baby, that he wouldn't come back. So yeah, that's that. One time that I heard the Ice Cream Man by my grandma's playing the song that teddy bear played and I just broke down. What did you do when you got in trouble as a kid? What did I do? I was always in trouble. I was the kid that always got in trouble in class. I was a class clown. They sent us, like, 3 of us. Me and my friends when we were, like, in elementary school. We had anger management. Like, we weren't angry. We were just crazy. And, like, so I had anger management in 2nd and 3rd grade. I think 4th. I don't know. 3rd, 4th, and 5th grade. Something like that. This is a very good question. Did you ever pee your pants at school? Yes, I did. I did so many times to the point where my dad took me to the doctors and they're like, she doesn't have anything. And so then my dad asked me, like, why are you peeing your pants? Like, why don't you just go? In 2nd grade, I had a teacher named Miss Spinks. She wouldn't let us go to the bathroom. So 2nd grade, like, I think of my babies. Like, they're so small. She would not let us go to the bathroom. So me and my friend would always pee our pants, like, all the time. And so even her mom took her to the doctors. So my dad and her mom both told us, like, if you need to go to the restroom, go. So we ran out holding hands. And that was, like, my best friend of, like, 15, 20 years. We don't talk now because, like, she is her and I am me. But I know she's there and she was my best friend forever and ever. So we ran out holding hands. And so, like, that was how we met. What did you do when you got in trouble as a kid? I got suspended. I don't know if you mean from school. I was getting my ass kicked by my dad if I got in trouble. Best childhood memory. I know you have lots, but which one stands out the most to you? It'd probably be just being with my grandparents. I don't know. Like, my dad's cool. Like, he took good care of us. We never really went without anything. But it was intense. Like, there was a lot of bad, but he didn't realize how bad it was until, like, after his relationship was over. So, probably my best childhood memories are just traveling. Even my dad was there, some of them. Like, even to this day, my dad always says that when he would get under the car, I'd be there handing him the tools or whatever. I'd be always by his side. And my brothers would always, like, be, like, out with their friends or playing video games or doing something. But I was always there. So I think just hanging out with my dad before my brother was born. Because once my brother was born, it was like I didn't exist. I know I sound, like, salty, but... I missed one. You just get another one and you scrape it off. I usually do that when I prep them. I must have missed one. I didn't use sriracha on any. I should probably. ¿Eras cabrona de chiquita o calladita? By the way, my twin girls love you. Era calladita, like I was very quiet. But I was a little shit, too, because growing up with my brothers, they would F with me. Like, I know I told on them a lot. And I was a tattletale, like, the worst. Like, I was intense. Like, I was a lot. But they were mean to me. Like, okay, you want me to not tell on you, but you're being a douche. Like, which is it? So, si era cabrona. I was cabrona with, like, other people. And I was a little shit to my brothers. But in the most part, like, if you took me somewhere to somebody's house or a tia's house, I was quiet. I was chill. These are good questions. Things that I wouldn't even think of. What was your favorite toy growing up? I don't know. I don't remember. Probably. Alright, one time I asked for a Barbie car and they bought me a bike. And I remember my dad being so adamant, like, no, she wanted the Barbie car. So he went and bought it for me, like, as quick as he could. The party was already happening. Like, they built it and made it, and I don't even know what happened. All I know is I feel like I passed out. I don't know what happened. So probably that, but I was already big, like, by the time I got it, so I don't know. My dad was really, really good, like, financially, till we were, like, 8, and then that's when, like, shit went downhill with the stepmom. So we were spoiled brats, right, until then. Which 8 isn't even old, like, Sonia's old. It's like if I were financially stable for her until right now, and then all of a sudden shit hit the fan. Like, it was weird going from one lifestyle to another. But whatever. Shit happens. What was your favorite childhood snack? Probably that ham and cheese. Like as a 10 or 11-year-old, that's when I started eating sushi with that girl, the one we ran out of class together. We started ordering sushi all the time with the mom. Flamin' Hot Cheetos, we would make like concoctions. Actually, the other day I wanted to do it. One time, me and my friend Christine, we got this huge like salad bowl and we put like lettuce, cucumbers, everything, and then like Cheetos, and we tossed it and we put lemon. Like, we would eat this every day for months. So it was like this ginormous Flamin' Hot Cheeto salad. So that was good too. In high school, I would buy this big fat bean and cheese burrito, and I would open with Flamin' Hot Cheetos too. So. What do you miss most about being a kid? Not having to pay bills. I like being an adult now that I can do whatever I want. I still feel like a child to this day because like my grandparents me traen en chinga. Sometimes, like if I don't answer the phone, I'm a bad person. But like sometimes I don't want to hear it, like whatever I did or what I need to do, or you know what I mean? Like, te cansas. So probably the thing that I miss the most is not having responsibility. But I've had responsibility since I was 15 because that's when I had Erica. But I don't know. Probably just chilling and nobody telling you can't. Because my grandma used to let me chill. This one's good. What was your most memorable childhood vacation? One time, me and my grandparents and my brother Matt and Chris, we drove from here, California, all the way to Texas, to Dallas, Texas. And then I don't know if we flew or what, but we were in the summer, this is August, in a brown Corolla with leather seats and no air conditioner. My brothers were farting, tapping on the ceiling of the car. Like, my grandpa was yelling. I mean, that stuff, I got hives from sweating so bad. That was an intense vacation, but I would never give it back because, like, my brother got the runs. He shit himself. Like, they did the banana boat, went to Acapulco, we drove to Mexico, I believe. We took a bus. I don't even know if we took the plane from somewhere. It just was so long. It was like 2 or 3 weeks. There was 28 of these, if you didn't know. There was 14 of each. Did you ever as a child run away or wanted to? I did want to when that stepmom was there, because like I can never do right. Like, I was always in trouble. She would always just like point the finger. One time my dad took the doorknob off the master bedroom and there was a piece of paper. This is how petty she was. And I remember coming home from school, nobody was home. Nobody was home, and I poked a hole in the paper. And that was it. Because you walk by and like, boop, and then I kept walking. A little bit later, she comes up to me and she's like, you were watching us, weren't you? And I was like, what are you talking about? Like, I was like 8, I'm telling you, or 9 maybe. And she's like, you were watching us, weren't you? And I was like, watching you what? Like, what are you even talking about? She's like, you poked a hole in the paper. And I was like, oh yeah, I did that like earlier. Like, I just, you know? And she's like, no, you were watching us. And you're 8 or 9. You don't know what the hell she's talking about. Like, I'm just like, I don't know what you're talking about. And then she was like, you're going to sit on that couch until you admit that you did it. I said, I did do it. She's like, but you were watching us. And she's like, no, you're going to admit that you were watching us. I was like, oh my God, I don't even know what she's talking about. I literally sat there. The sun went down. Like, it was like 6, 7 p.m. And I'm still sitting there. And I finally was like over it. My dad was at work. He would work till like 8, 9, 10 o'clock at night. And I finally was like, fine, I did. Yeah, I saw you. Woo. And she was like, oh, I'm going to tell your dad. You're going to be in so much trouble. I got the belt for something that I didn't even know what it was. And, yeah, I didn't watch them do anything. Like, calm the fuck down. You ain't that special. I literally poked a hole in that paper during the day, and I got in trouble for it. So she was just super petty like that. Like, wait till your dad gets home. She would make us sit in a corner with like encyclopedias. She would make my brothers write sentences, like 1,000 of them. Like, you know how you make your kids do like 200 sentences? I don't even remember the last time my kids did sentences. They were probably little. But, yeah. She was crazy. Were you a rebel? Yes. Did you get all your vaccines? Yes. What lesson did you learn from your mother that stuck with you to this day? I'm going to have to sit on that one. My mom passed like 8 years ago, so it's been a long time, so I probably have something, but I can't think of what it is. Hide and seek or tag? Hide and seek. Worst injury? Not as a child, but as an adult, I've had to get stitches on my thumb. I cut myself with a razor blade, cleaning some glue off of a table. As a child, I really didn't get hurt because I didn't do anything, and I wasn't allowed to do anything because I was a girl. So, like, my brothers went outside to play, and I had to stay, like, in the gate. You couldn't pass the line. So, yeah. All right, well, I mean, if you have any other questions for my childhood or something, like, long and intense that I can talk about by myself when I do, or even with Pak, like, I could tell her a story or something. Let me know if you want a story time of some sort. there's more about my stepmom, but like, I don't know if I should say all that. Oh, like child services stuff and things like that. If you want to know that, leave it down below and I'll say that next time. I'm going to do aguachiles. That's coming up the next day. So, yeah. Anyways, my chonies are red, which is weird. I just ordered chonies too. I'm so excited to get them. And a pair of pajamas. When I get them, I'll show you guys on my other channel. But, yeah. Let me know the color of your chonies. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!